When social anxiety is at its worst, it becomes all-consuming. It may even overflow into parts of your life that aren't social in nature at all. For me, I would feel a sense of paranoia sweep over me like an inescapable blanket. What do people think about me? How are they judging me? Am I faring well in their eyes? Are they talking negatively about me? This damaging self-reflection can lead to nowhere good. So apply the following strategies to end the anxiety of worrying about what other people think of you. It's easier than you realize once you incorporate these 5 philosophies into your mindset. And the first one is prioritizing your passion. Take the time to ask yourself what really matters to you in life, and then figure out what you're actually compromising to fit into someone else's value system. Once you know your own values and what drives you, your passion, you'll feel more confident about your everyday actions, and that's because everything you say and do will be backed by purpose. For example, you could say, I strive to be a great father, have a successful career, be a moral and generous person. Use goals to initially define your passion and then expand your vision to form a more complete picture of who you are and or what you want to be. And when you feel confident about what you value and what you prioritize, you'll instinctively put those values above someone else's negative opinions. It's not all about you. The truth is, most people are really worried about themselves, not you. Now think about it. When you walk into a crowded room or a public social setting, aren't you primarily focused on your own actions and well-being? Well, pretty much everyone else has the same way of thinking. Everyone is internalizing their own self while in a social setting. They're not analyzing you under a microscope. If anything, they're more concerned with what's happening to them. And I'm not trying to take you down a peg by breaking this news to you, but in fact, you're not as much in the limelight as you may think. In some ways, this gives you the upper hand because you know people are concerned primarily with themselves, and you can play to that in order to better orchestrate a positive, fulfilling social dynamic. More on that in a bit. Remember that nursery rhyme, you learned as a kid, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Well, it still holds true as an adult. Negative opinions about you can't actually hurt you unless you let them hurt you. You have to give those opinions the permission to hurt you, as strange as that may sound. Now, from time to time, it's possible people may have negative opinions about you for whatever reason. You should know that those opinions come from one of two places. Either the person on the other side is insecure about their own self and is throwing out negativity as a defensive mechanism, or there's validity to the opinion. Now, if there's some validity to their opinion, try to take that information and treat it objectively. Decide for yourself if the opinion is valid. Don't just take anything someone says to you or about you as truth. Process what was said and determine if it's worth consideration. Remember, you have the power to let words and opinions have an effect on you. Choose to keep all feedback as constructive or dismiss it as a problem that rests with the other party involved. At the end of the day, you simply can't control what other people think, and in this light, your mantra needs to be, you can't worry about what you can't control. If you do worry about what you can't control, you're going to instantly increase your anxiety by exposing yourself to a factor that's bound to sting sooner or later. It's important that you understand most social judgment, finger-pointing, and criticism comes from a place of insecurity on the part of the accuser. So leave it at that, and let the negative opinion be their problem, not yours. You need to move on and focus on the positive. Focus on your values, and find comfort in knowing that you act in a way that's aligned with your belief system. Embrace yourself and let go of everything else. You need to look more outward. Internalizing your judgment, it makes you your own worst critic. In fact, all social anxiety is really just your own internalized perception. You look at your actions with such granular detail that you pick apart every little thing that, in reality, goes unnoticed by those around you. So just cut it out. Try to look more outward at what you want and expect and value rather than falling into the habit of internalizing and drawing inward. It will help you be more active in the social setting around you and allow you to leave your inhibitions behind.